Well, good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scott Manning coming to you from our home here in Columbus tonight. I want to thank all my loyal viewers out there. So I'm going to jump right into it. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for a change, I've got some notes. So I've decided to make tonight because there was a lot of sports going on here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. I watched the Cubs play the Red Sox here tonight. The Cubs have swept the Red Sox tonight with a 16-9 victory. The reigning world champions are not looking so good here this season, and with everything that has happened, I mean, the Red Sox are just going downhill and fast because we got the All-Star break coming up. Despite that, right now they're 7 games below 500. And one of the Cubs players got to realize a dream tonight. Mike Olt, he had a chance to hit a home run off the Green Monster because he grew up in Connecticut. He's always wanted to do that. Too bad he couldn't do it in a Red Sox uniform. The Cubs won big 16-9 today, and congrats to them. And right now the Cubs are, at the moment, they don't have the worst record in baseball. I think that distinction belongs to the Astros. I don't have that here tonight, but I got a lot of other stuff I want to get to tonight. So let's go ahead and move on here. And see this. What do you see here? The Rays have swept the New York Yankees today with a 6-3 victory today. Congrats to the Rays. Now all of a sudden, the New York Yankees find themselves 1 game below 500 and in third place in the division behind a red hot, a surprising team. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles are right there in second place in the division. Going into the All-Star break, I mean, everything has been a struggle this season for the Yankees. I mean, they're 1 game below 500 after losing 6-3 today, with everything that's happened to them as well. And I mean, it's been wild here today. And surprisingly, the All-Star break, anything can happen, like it always says. But we'll have to wait and see about that. Detroit beat Oakland 9-3 today. They beat the Tigers beat the A's today 9-3. Justin Verlander got his first win since May 30th. The Tigers are now all of a sudden rolling the July red hot after a dismal June where they've had nothing but disappointment. And I mean, for a couple of days, the Kansas City Royals were in first place in the American League Central. So the Tigers are back in first place. The Royals are in second. The Cleveland Indians they're 2 games below 500 in third, I do believe. I'm not sure about that. I got that here as well. So after a dismal June, the Nightmares have ended in Detroit. But despite all that, the Oakland A's still have the best record in baseball, so we'll see what happens going into the All-Star break. I know that the All-Star selection shows at 7 o'clock on Sunday night. We'll have to wait and see what happens with there as well. The Indians beat the Dodgers in L.A. today 5-4 when Brian Wilson gave up 3 runs in the 8th inning. And Mike Averes hit a 2-run single in the top of the 8th inning. So the Indians won today. I had a chance to see that game on FSN Ohio, or on Sports Time Ohio, which I should say. And San Diego beat Cincinnati 3-0 today. Tyson Ross threw his first career shutout, and congratulations to him. And the highlight of the night, the Chicago White Sox beat the Angels in a walk-off as Alejandro Diaz beat LA with a pinch hit single in the 9th inning here at the bottom of the 9th at Comiskey Park today. That happened here earlier this evening. I'm not sure. I can hear I'm glad I didn't have to listen to Hawk Harrelson and Steve Stone because I know what they'd be saying. They'd be saying, "They win it, yes!" I can't stand Hawk Harrelson. He's a loudmouth. I used to have a lot of respect for Steve Stone when he was with the Cubs and Harry Carey, but now my respect for him is kind of going downhill because basically Hawk Harrelson's done a good job of doggone brainwashing the man. But I know, I'm sorry for all my Chicago viewers. I know there's a few watching in Chicago. If you want to give me an earful, that's fine. I'd love to hear from you despite that. I'll get back to that here in just a minute. I have not forgotten about that. Also, too, despite an early exit in the World Cup, there is actually talk of the World Cup coming to the United States in 2026. Will that happen? We'll have to wait to see about that, but we are eliminated from the World Cup. Now we'll have to wait another 4 years. FIFA leaders, the FIFA, the governing body of the World Cup, they're also flagging up a possibility that the U.S. may host the World Cup here in 2026. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. I would love to see the World Cup come to the United States again. They actually came to the U.S. here in '94. We had a great time with that, and it was a wonderful experience as well. And I'm so glad that we had a chance to do that, to have a chance to be in the World Cup. Too bad we're not going any further in the World Cup. It was a little bit of a disappointment. If you look back at some of those videos, because I got these off ESPN, that's where I mostly got most of my notes from to help me out here tonight. Did you actually know that the World Cup actually had more viewers than the NBA Finals and the World Series as well. The World Cup had 24.7 million viewers. The World Series only averaged 19.2, and the NBA Finals actually averaged 18 million viewers. And those two events were in prime time. And during the day, despite the fact that most of the World Cup games took place during the week and during the workday, the World Cup got more viewers than the World Series and the NBA Finals. Now that's food for thought. That is actually something to think about. Despite the fact that we had everything thrown at us in the World Cup, we have nothing to be ashamed of. We'll be back strong in 2018. If we have the same lineup that we had this year, we'll be back strong back in 2018. But the possibility of the World Cup coming to the United States in 2026 is a strong possibility. I would love to see that, but like I always say, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. The Toronto Raptors today have agreed with Kyle Lowry to get on a 4-year, $48 million contract. He has chosen to stay with the Raptors over the Lakers and the Houston. Miami's Big Three are not all together when they went to Miami's Big Three. They're not all together. But as it stands right now, Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade have said they're staying in Miami. LeBron James at the time said he was not sure, but however, I think with all signs are pointing to all three of the Big Three staying together for now. LeBron James wants a hold on. Let me rethink this a second. LeBron James wants a max salary. That's what I was trying to spit out. He wants max salary. That's up to Pat Riley. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. And we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that as well. And I'll be so glad if LeBron leaves Miami. I hope he comes back to Cleveland. I would love to see that happen. Is it going to happen? We'll just have to wait and see. Also, too, as well, the NFL's Jimmy Graham under the rules of arbitration. The NFL has tagged Jimmy Graham as a tight end under the new arbitration rules, despite the fact that 67% of his snaps were in the wide receiver position. Jimmy Graham has 10 days to appeal. The Saints, however, do not have to increase his pay by $7,053. Jimmy Graham could have received a $12.132 million contract. Jimmy Graham has 10 days to appeal the decision by the NFL Arbitration Committee, by the arbitrators. The deadline for him to sign the contract is July 15th. We'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Also, today. There's a brand new member of my wall of shame. The newest member is Alex Rodriguez, or should I say A-Royd. He deserves it after shooting himself up with steroids and saying no to drugs. He wants to turn around and do this. He's obviously known as A-Royd. All of Red Sox Nation is known him as A-Royd. But everything that has happened today, I have decided we have the newest member of the Wall of Shame. And his name is Alex Rodriguez of the New York Yankees. And I know I got a lot of New York. I know I got New York viewers. But however, he belongs on my wall of shame. He shoots himself up with steroids. He thinks he's all that. I would love to see somebody put him in his place. I don't care if it's his final year or not. You want to shoot yourself up with steroids? You should have been kicked out of Major League Baseball for that. Shame on you. Now, with everything that's gone on today, the Tigers in first place in the American League Central. The A's have the best record in baseball. Just to recap, the Cubs swept the Red Sox today. Also, too, the Tigers won today. Justin Verlander got his first hit. Got his first win since May 30th. It looks like the Big Three are going to be staying together in Miami for now. If things change, I will certainly pass that along to you, and I will let you know. And I'm just so glad to have all of you here tuning in here tonight. And I want to thank all my loyal viewers out there with everything that has happened. And also, too, I just want to let you know. Drop me a message. Drop me a line. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Google+, and I'm also on YouTube. For all my viewers out there, even if you don't agree with me, send me a message. I would love to hear from you. And even if you have any questions, I'll answer them the best I can. And I will let you know what happens. And I would love to hear from you. So until then, this is Scott Manning saying, good night, good luck, and thank you. And just a reminder, once again, you can catch me on YouTube. I'm also on Facebook. I'm also on Twitter. And I'm also on Google Plus. I will be posting all my videos on those 3 websites. So if you want to leave me a comment, if you have any questions, leave a comment. Even if you don't agree with me, I would still love to hear from you, because I want to keep all my loyal viewers out there, and I want to thank every single one of you for tuning in. So therefore, this is Scott Manning saying good night, good luck, and thank you. And I thank you